Okay, hello YouTube, hello world. This video is going to be about how to balance the carbs on a Hyosung 2006 gv250. It's not always, or I haven't found it very easy to find the information about how to go about doing this, so I thought I'd make a video showing you what I've learned and found out so far and sort of try and get it all in one place. As you can see, I've got a lot of the parts off the bike at the moment. That's really just to make it easy to work on, and I've actually been cleaning up all the chromed pieces and the paint. Actually, while I think about it, if you guys want to know something that cleans up the plastic chrome really well, this stuff works really well for cleaning up the plastic chrome, if you know what I mean. Like, this stuff doesn't scratch, and these pieces come up pretty much brand new. Even like the chrome on the front of the forks, they had some corrosion, and even on the dials and that there, just cleans it up really good without scratching. Okay, so the reason I'm balancing the carbs is that I've made a few changes to the carby. I've put the Sigma Performance pack onto the carby there, and so from memory I've got a 97.5 main jet on the front, and I've got 100 main jet on the back, and the pilots are like a 22 or a 22.5, whatever comes with the kit. And then the slides, I moved the slides up a little bit just with the nylon sleeves that comes with the pack. It also came with a new sprocket, but I've kept the original one. I think the one that comes with the pack shortens your gears up a bit, so I just stuck with the original. I've also made some changes to the exhaust. I took the baffles off straight away. I'll take one out, show it to you. I screwed the baffles out pretty much straight away, just off the back here. It just had three rivets holding it in. It was just a small little thing. But then I've also let's get a torch here. Don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I've also drilled a hole in that back plate there. So now I've got two holes. It just frees it up a bit. I actually haven't put the pipes back on since I've done it yet, so it'll be interesting to see how it sounds. And for that I just used a step bit on an extension piece like this to reach down in there. So with those mods, I thought I'd better have a go at balancing the carbs. Now, I'm not a mechanic by any means, so I had to do a bit of research on the net, and like I said, it wasn't easy to find information about how to go about this. So basically, from what I've researched, to balance the carbs, you need to basically measure the vacuum that's coming off each cylinder and adjust the carby to suit so that they're pulling an equal amount of vacuum through the carby. So to do that, you need to plug into the bike's vacuum system. Now, on this front manifold here, I don't know if you can, how well you can see it, but on this front manifold here, there's a small spigot that connects to your vacuum line, which connects to the petrol pump. So as this one cylinder goes thump 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 thump, it's creating vacuum and it's pumping the fuel in, and well, gravity's feeding the fuel in and it's pumping the fuel up to the carby, which is where it enters here. So by hooking the first line of my 2-bottle manometer here, which I've rigged up and haven't yet used, so I've got my front coming from the front cylinder to a T-piece, so my vacuum line will still work while the bike's running, because you have to do this with the bike running, obviously. So then this hose keeps going down to the front bottle, and then on the back there wasn't one of these little vacuum pieces, so I had to buy one. I got it from a company called gv250.com, and they sell little bits and pieces of motorcycle gear. And so I got that bad boy there, just arrived in the mail today. It came from the US, Massachusetts, I think. Or yeah, these guys here. Don't know if you can read that. gv250.com. Anyway, so that was the key. That was the key piece. The rest of this stuff, I got this from like the local pet store. This is just like line, like air line for an aquarium. And I got these rubber stoppers from Clark Rubber. That's just a rubber supply store in Australia. And yeah, the bottles I drank the other night, a couple of Coronas, beauty. Woo! So once you've got your manometer hooked up, like what I've got, you'll need the bike actually running. And so I've got the fuel tank off, and I'm not really sure how long this is going to take. It shouldn't be very long, I wouldn't think, once I've got it up to temperature and going. So what I planned on doing was, I was going to fill a Coke bottle up just with a little bit of unleaded, and you can see how I just glued in a small air hose piece and pushed that into the fuel line, and I'll have that sitting up like that, feeding a bit of fuel in while I fiddle around with the carby, and hopefully that'll stop the bike from running out of gas while I'm doing the work. So what is the work? Well, once the bike's running, what'll happen is there'll be fluid about here and here on the bottles, and if one cylinder's pulling more vacuum than the other, the fluid will flow into the other bottle, or vice versa. And how you adjust that is by turning the carb adjustment screw, which is hidden in here. There's this, I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a little screw right there. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe I'll get the torch. This is kind of an important step, so I might as well show you guys pretty clearly if I can. Try and get that screw there at the back. Let me see if I can do torch, camera and Phillips head screwdriver all at once. Oh. That one there. That one right there. And you just turn that one way or the other depending on what your manometer's telling you to do. and you just keep adjusting until the fluid in both bottles is the same height. So I haven't actually run this before. I like literally just made all this today, so I'll hook everything up and we'll see how it goes. Check you soon. Okay, so I've had the bike warmed up for about 10 minutes now, and as you can see, I've got my Coke bottle of fuel so that doesn't run out while we balance the carbs. I've got fluid in my manometer. It's just water with some tea in it so that it's easy to see on the camera. I've put a few other parts on the bike just because I want to take it for a quick ride once I've got this all done, so I thought I'd start putting a few bits and pieces on. I'm not sure about this piece in here now, whether it may leak. I'm not sure, but I'm going to just carry on and see how it all turns out. I forgot to mention before as well, I've got this aftermarket fuel filter on. The other one was cracked, and that's why you can see there's some paint off where petrol had been spilling out onto the frame. But the engine's still warm. I actually sprayed a little bit of WD-40 on here before just to see if I could hear a change in the note of the motor, and this back cylinder started to smoke, which makes me think maybe this one's sucking a fair bit more than the front. So we'll just see when we crank the manometer up. I've also got a fan so that it doesn't get too hot. I'm going to have that running while I do this, and like I said, I didn't have any of this set up while the bike was warming up, so I've put all this on now and we'll get into it. Okay, just about to start the bike now. I'm not actually sure which way I'll have to turn the screw to get the manometer to balance up, but it'll be a little bit of trial and error, but here we go anyway. settle up around 2. I've taken it down to about 1500.
the wallet and the keys in the back. And all sorts of paraphernalia. Look, I understand now that this here's suspicious, but it's just us, the two of us, a must, the must it. Right with us from the things we bring in it, plus we never cleaning it, thus the smell of it in it. I get the feeling that you don't like the sights and wanna be rock stars, they gotta be drug dealers or real killers. Let's go with the ladder and put out the fillers and see what the deal is. So why did nobody mention that we passed the dimension? Got the kangaroos right in the back and they keep banging the sides and they will take us alive. And if we deal with it right, well then we'll pilot it back. Better hit the hazards. I'm just saying, I'm seeing the whole land from the back seat of this ride. I wouldn't mind try. Wind my window without the threat of a cigarette. Haunts and lit hitting my eye, but I got no time. No time to wait. I gotta hit the road, gotta go right away. Got time for nothing. Already started the bus, so shut the door and take the party with us. We take the party with us. No time to wait. I gotta hit the road, gotta go right away. Got time for nothing. Already started the bus, so shut the door and take the party with us. What the fuck are you looking for? Just a little bit of bitter.
But you ain't gonna find us hidden under my nutsack. Only thing under there is my butt crack. Ain't a fucking rug rat, so no, ain't harboring shit there. And if I did, it's gone, cause spotting cops is my sixth sense. Stick stand to the second hand smoke with an ear to the road. He reckon he Van Gogh. He reckon the road's rolled under the van. I reckon he's 20 seconds too late and reckon the Dan knows that. Standing on the side of the road with Rambo's trying to stand over us like it was overloaded guns. Like it was over a boat of coke or a bus in my load to show my nuts to a busload of nuns. Nah, no one owning up to this. Now we looking down at the truck lights. Enough of love, fuck guess. I had enough of this. See the readers outright, so we driving. Ain't got time, we ain't got no time. Nah,
no time to wait.
I gotta hit the road,
gotta go right away.
no time for nothing.
Already started the bus, so shut the door and take the party with us. We take the party with us. No time to wait.
I gotta hit the road,
Gotta go right away.
no time for nothing.
Already started the bus, so shut the door and take the party with us.
Mr. Policeman, why you pulling us over? See the whole van lifted, but I'm driving sober. And legally, he's the only one who needs to be. So you can't prove shit, but motherfucker, we smoke heaps of weed. And McGee, you don't need to know why he's here. We dated the party at loose women and free beer. So, can you let us go? I've had enough of this shit. I know my rights and you can't test if I'm stoned. I drove so damn far on this magical mystery bus. Few by vodka and half of a spliff in my lung. I've seen cops with them shotgun mics in the cliffs, trying to clock the intake of my piss. Backseat plantation, hand me another one of them. I'm not cooked, I'm only half bacon. And I'll be partaking with anything that's passed around trust. We take the party with us, we take the party with us.
Seatbelts on. Weed out. Open windows, open windows, open windows.
Seatbelts, throw the weed out, throw the weed out.
Open windows, open weed out.
A couple piss passed around the back to whip it and shit. Got the copper stressed enough to want to give us a slip, but not elusive, they accusing us of being no one's moving. Buddha in the back colluding like the smoke's from an illusion. It's from the pippery serendipity cigarette, and somebody invited OJ, brought the Killer X. Killer said, "What the fuck out of the speakers in the tour van." 10 years on, still playing Pornland. You think the horse can? We probably did. Snapshot on all them swits for my holiday pics. So what the fuck's the deal, officer? Why you trying to lock us up? And we ain't bothering nobody, go do some proper stuff. I got no time for bovine fucking my shit up. Patiently he cleared a car, I'm the last one to get up. One hiccup that the cop didn't pick up, I was joking. We don't hold, we broke, we smoke it.
No time to wait, I gotta hit the road, gotta go right away. Got time for nothing, already started the bus. So shut the door and take the party with us. We take the party with us. No time to wait, I gotta hit the road, gotta go right away. Got time for nothing, already started the bus. So shut the door and take the party with us. I gotta hit the road, gotta go right away. Got time for nothing, already started the bus. So shut the door and take the party with us. We take the party with us. No time to wait, I gotta hit the road, gotta go right away. Got time for nothing, already started the bus. So shut the door and take the party with us. What the fuck are you looking for? Just a little bit of bitter.
But you ain't gonna find it sitting under my nutsack. Only thing under there is my butt crack. Ain't a fucking rug rat, so no, ain't harboring shit there. And if I did, it's gone, cause spotting cops is my sixth sense. Stick stand shit a second hand smoke with an ear to the road. You reckon he Van Gogh? You reckon the roads roll under the van? I reckon he's 20 seconds too late and reckon the Dan knows that. Standing on the side of the road with Rambo's trying to stand over us like it was overloaded guns. Like it was over a boat of coke or a bus in my load to show my nuts to a busload of nuns. Nah, no one owning up to this. Now we looking down at the truck lights. Enough of love, fuck guess sad enough of this.
So I took the bike for a ride today, and it goes really well. It's a different bike. It's smoother, it runs beautifully, it changes gears really well, up and down. It's easier to find neutral. I would definitely recommend doing this to anybody. I think the grand total would be under 200 bucks for everything, all the parts and bits and pieces. So yeah, and I haven't got the seats on the bike right now. I took them to a upholsterers today. Getting a little bit of extra foam put in the seat and a little bit of an adjustment to the pinion seat. A little bit of foam taken out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it helps you out. Thanks. See ya.